Oh yeah, we was talking about skin. All had to be skin like kosher from kosher animal. Doesn't not necessarily have to be shechted by Jewish person. Even is a nevela, even treifa, as long as the type of animal is cow, goat, all this type of animal, as long as they are kosher animal, you could use the skin. We don't use the skin of a fish, it's smelly, and we don't use bird. I'm serious, it's smelly. It's the reason. But the bird, because there's a lot of hole in it, therefore it's going to be holy mezuzah. Holy mezuzah. Holy mezuzah. You get it? Back in the day, they was using they using givil. Givil is this color. Old Sefer Torah, they was rice in the givil. But nowadays we do everything in the klaf. This is skin of kosher animal, and they make it parchment. They call it klaf. Nowadays we're using klaf for Sefer Torah, Tefillin, Mezuzos, Megillos. Okay, after that, you're going to have sirtut. Later on, if somebody comes, I'm going to show you very close by. You see, the mezuzos had to be written with the sirtut. Mezuzos have to be with the sirtut. You're going to see lines in the tension, but not pencil mark or anything. In the tension, and therefore they have to write on it. This is Halachos machine, also that to be in the tension with that. Dio. Ink, for sure, have to be kosher from kosher. This have to be lishma. But skin also have to be lishma. Whoever make the skin companies have to say l'shem, kedushat, mezuzot, or tefillin, or sefer Torah. Now, deal comes from also kosher sources, some of the tree, walnut, all kind of different things that makes it. Have to be lishma, and have to be kosher, and have to be black. You cannot use a blue, red. You could use a blue shirt or a red shirt, but not red mezuzah. Have to be completely black, and black and tinging. Sometimes red is not going to be good. Kulmus. The kulmus, back in the day, they was using bamboo. Still, you could use bamboo for writing it, and it's kosher. Otherwise, you're going to use, what you call it? Feather. Which from which animal?
It's
not animal, it's boar. There. No. Is this such a big chicken? No. So which one? Which bird?
Eagle.
No. That to be kosher. Turkey. From Turkey. Now they shape it, they write it. It's the Shem Kushas Sefer Torah Mezuzah, and they write Mezuzah. Mezuzah has two different parts in it. Shema, or if I want it fast, tell me. I'm going to get faster. Is enough?
Yeah.
Mezuzah have to be two different sections. Shema and Shema. Okay? Now you have to be very careful when you purchase Mezuzah to get from right sources. People love to go to Me'asharim, they love it. They think also is another shawarma, is another art, they buy anything they want. But you have to be very careful when you buy mezuzah. First thing, don't try to be just cute cases like that. 99.99 mezuzah of that size is going to be possible. The starting point of size, normal size, they call it 10 centimeter, 12 centimeter, 15 centimeter, and that range. Otherwise, you're not going to get the kosher mezuzah. Because they have to be checked, have to be different, of course, different handwriting, and there's a difference between Sephardim, Ashkenazim, Sephora, and Chabad. There's 4 different handwriting. Maybe you didn't know it, but you know it. Bet Yosef is Ashkenaz, Valish is a Sephardi, and you have a Sephora, Hasidim, and you have Chabad, they have their own different handwriting. Okay. As far as how they write, what type of ink they use, what type of parchment they use. Also, you have to be very careful when they write it. If you write it just the opposite of the skin. Okay, let me make it easier for you guys. Back in the day, Sefer Torah used to take all the skin off. They was tanning it and they was writing in here. But nowadays, everybody klaf, they writing in here. If by mistake, I saw it with my own eyes, and I was trying to show it to one of the rabbis who couldn't figure it out. My question was, why this sofer indentation is normally they press it here and they write on the line. But I saw normally it's inside. I saw this popping up. So why this circle is popping up? Doesn't make sense. I figured it out. It was not popping up. The guys by mistake, because it's very similar. Sometimes you don't even know what is this side or this side. The right wrote it on the top, and it's possible the gamma. It's possible. Okay, let's talk about kosher mezuzah. First of all, if you have a kosher mezuzah, you make sure the software was good. You check that everything's going right. Could still cause a lot of different problems that the mezuzah will be not kosher, even this kosher. I went to one house in Baltimore. I'm going to tell you the name of the person. very firm like one of us. I went to his house, 16 mezuzah, even one was not kosher. And all of them being kosher meanwhile. I want to see anybody could guess why 16 mezuzah, why this kosher is not kosher. First of all, this person put a lot of mezuzah this way, wrap up and put it inside. Mezuzah had to be wrapped from afar. This is very, very important. It's happening all the time. People buy mezuzah, I wrap it myself, who I need. They wrap it from the bottom to top. They wrap it from in to the beginning. But the way it works, you have to be wrap it from Echad to Shema. This is the one point. This person has all upside down, this way, that way. And those was kosher and put it right way, it was Sephardi, like me. And it was Ashkenaz. It was not good for him. What's the difference between Sephardi and Ashkenazi? The big, what's one? Good. As long as people laugh, I will love it. Okay, there's a basic of Sephardi and Ashkenazi, different, basic idea of it. First of all, the letters now looks different. They looks different, definitely. Let me see if I have a copy. I do, but I don't want to take your time. It's a different letter, but the mostly different is the letter Yud. Sephardim, they are not makpid that they have a Yud. Sephardi Yud looks like this. Ashkenazi Yud, they have this Orcus Rabbanutam. If you learn in Gemara, anybody remember? Orcus Rabbanutam? Anybody remember that word? This is Orcus Rabbanutam. Is Ashkenazi missing Orcus Rabbanutam? Oy vavoy. Possible. Believe it or not. A lot of times, small cheap mezuzahs, they don't come with Orcus Rabbanutam. Used to fix it, and I messed up myself so many times I don't know, forget it. Because as soon as I was trying to fix one, and it comes down, what do you do now? What do you have now? This. Can I fix that? Gone. And who paid for it? I had to pay for it. I messed it up. I have to pay for it. Therefore, I stopped fixing it. Therefore, it is so important. Even one letter, do you want to talk about this too? That's allowed, right? Therefore, this is as far as mezuzos. I'm going to go now a little bit more details about mezuzos. Even his kosher is still could be not kosher because you put the mezuzah up in your houses. But what's happening is using some cases. These cases transparent, right? What's going to happen is sun is very powerful. He burns you. Unless you're not careful what you're doing, if you have a mezuzah, outside mezuzah that is sitting by sun, don't use these cases. Use the non-transparent cases. Let me see if I have some. Regular other cases. Oh, my luck. All transparent. Okay, not that type case, nicer, but use this one. Put this one if you have it, you know for sure the sun coming in. You see, I just brought some example. The sun, mamish killed them. They scored with the sun, hit it, eventually you're going to crack them up and destroy it. This is one type of problem we have with the mezuzah with the sun. What is the solution? Is to get that transparent. The wood is difficult because sometimes water could damage it, but very, very important. This is what you do to save your mezuzah. If you get your mezuzah, sometimes you don't need sometimes you don't need to be sofer to know this because sometimes you buy a case and you come home and say, I want to change the case. You have nothing to put to shalom buy, you have to change the case, Now what you're going to do is basically get the piece of paper after your mezuzah. First, of course, for sure you have to use sand wrap to make sure that it's waterproof. After that, you get a piece of paper, wrap it up piece of paper or piece of cardboard. This one, sun doesn't, as much as physical, the sun doesn't go through wood so much. Summertime you touch the wood, doesn't hit it. This is one of the things helps the mezuzah stay longer. The another thing is that a lot of people they have the mistake that I do get a lot of water damage mezuzah. This one was it was back in the day. Zichnullah was a mezuzah. Now it's a cigarette, right? Yeah. The reason is because the water you cannot smoke it.
No.
what you have to do is basically you get a waterproof case. Waterproof case and regular case is a small little different. Regular case is like that. You close it up, the water goes inside, and sit down and keep your mezuzah. Waterproof cases looks like this, very different. Go from the bottom. You go to the bottom, go spin it up. The different price is $2-3. And you put it on and lock it up. This way you'll be protected to not get damaged. But again, if there's a place that the sun, you better to not use. There's a waterproof, not see-through. Get those one, you'll be protected with mezuzah. If so, people said every 3 years and a half is the halacha in Shulchan Aruch. You have to check your mezuzah. You choose your own software. I'm so fair. I'm very fair. You don't have to come to me. So fair. Put one software you want. I was trying to use this joke. I don't know which part I should use it. Rather should use it. Okay, you got it? Make sure every 3 years and a half, check it. If you, for some reason, I'm good enough. If you take it to software one time, if you have a place stuck in a place that really you want to check mezuzah to your bag, you don't need the software. At least open it up, see the letters looks there or not cracking, not breaking, not get water damage. At least, marshal. Okay, I think I covered up mezuzah. I said everything right on the plate. Be very careful. When you buy mezuzah, you go home and want to put it on. Make sure then you wrap it up. Then they wrapped up. If you buy it wrapped up, put it in plastic. We said wrap it up nicely. But I want to tell you something funny. Some people they get this much of saran wrap. Listen to this, and they wrap it like this. Okay, you have the mezuzah, wrap it like that. You have like a 3 feet of things. I see it. Okay, watch this. I wrap it. Okay, guess what? It still is not good. You see? Ta-da! I do magic also. You know what I did now? Anybody realize what I did? You wrap the mezuzah, but good for nothing. Because water go from top all the way to the top, water coming down. Because you have to make sure when you wrap it. I saw so many bugs inside there because they go inside or water go inside. The way I wrap it, with that you wrap it the way, I don't know if everybody's seeing it or not. I wrap it like that in case you have to change it. You see? And after that I bend it this way. Believe it or not, one time I came home, my wife said, "Oh, I'm so sorry." I said, "For what?" I said, "What up inside this bucket, paint bucket?" I said, "What?" And I pull it out. Since I wrap it like that, nothing happened. By the way, don't put your mezuzah in the bucket, paint bucket. You got it? And after you put it like that, it'll be much more waterproof than you put the regular on. Make sure, shakai. I see it many times, people put it upside down. It's not, I'm just repeating myself 10 times because I want to make sure that we have kosher mezuzah. Okay, this is as far as, oh, by the way, I was mentioned, is the different size of mezuzah, different quality of mezuzah, and as you see the different. In the end, pass everything out, you see the pasul ones and different ones. Because if I give it now, I just get distracted. You do it all the way there, all this show up, all these things you have to see. Anybody have any question about mezuzah?
Yeah.
Next topic.
Feel free not to answer this, but if if we go to our local stores where we buy mezuzahs, are those generally we're going to stores.
Well, I tell you like this, I don't blame them. They have to sell mezuzah. When they buy mezuzah in the store, they buy it from wholesaler and they assume this being checked, and they come to the store and they wrap it up and they give it to you. And if they know they didn't check it, the guy said yeah, the wholesaler said yeah. But I do buy from wholesaler and I check it all the time. I don't rely on him. I'm not gonna blame the bookstores because this is their job. They buy and they sell. I have no idea they check it or not check it. And if somebody go to Israel, I dare you, if you go to Israel to buy Tefillin or Mezuzah, you have to be very careful. Take it from the software, check it with another software. I'm not saying you're doing right to buy in Israel or not, probably we are good to buy, but if you know, as long as you know what you're doing. Tell the person, the software, I want to take the parasha, I I want to look at it. Take it, give it to another sofer, pay $30 extra, $20 extra, whatever they charge you, and after that we buy it. Otherwise, you have no idea what would be. Because these people, they're waiting for a fish. American, they call them big fish, right? You have to be very careful when you buy it. You know, so many things they say, oh, buy it from yourself. This rabbi bought this tefillin from a restaurant, they 2 times. They give him Rabbi Tom 2 times, not 1 time. So the chick said, they give me Rabbi Tom. He said, back. He came back, said, the game is chicken, they said Rabbi Tom. Okay, this is Mezuzos. I'm going to Tefillin. If you have any question, say it, ask me next. What? Charging extra.
At what price should I be concerned?
What price?
Meaning, like, if I go to a place and they're selling mezuzos for this amount, do I have to be worried that it's...
Where, depending where you're located, but where you're located, but Mezuzos around 100, 110, 120, good to go. But less than that, I have no idea what you could get.
Okay.
You got a question?
What if there's an existing mezuzah and then you bring another? What if you have 2 mezuzahs?
Nothing. You just do batosif. That's it.
What?
There is a halacha in Torah. You're not allowed to add up to the mitzvot. If you have 2 mezuzahs in one wall, it's just doing extra things that God said no do it. You don't want to do that. Especially when you go to new houses, they have those. You have no idea this existed. You go there, this small little thingy looks like something smaller thing. They painted 10 times on it. When you take it off, there's a mezuzah inside. And of course, it's not good, but you just take it off before you put another mezuzah.
What's like the rough range of like
75, 200. And you go to 300, and even go more. Depends who wrote it, depends how. Guys, we're going to go to Tefillin. Rabbi pushing me. What?
That's good.
Kido, sorry.
If you put it in saran wrap, does it stop it from being tummy if something tummy touches it?
Nowadays, very good question. Nowadays, we don't do too much tire and stuff like that. Everybody is dumb anyway. You know. Of course, you don't want to do something disgusting around mezuzah when your hand is dirty. You don't want to touch it, but you know. Good.
Just the shin on the outside of the mezuzah. That's halacha Moshe Sinai.
This is shakar.
Yeah, on the outside.
Outside. This is just a custom. If it doesn't have it, it's still
If
discussion.
you cover it with paper, you have
What?
to. If you cover it with paper, like you suggested, you have to put the shin on it.
No.
No.
It's just because you use this in cases that doesn't have, you don't see anything, but just call it Kabbalah or whatever. Yeah.
At the beginning, when we were in the other room, you said there was something about the size of the paper, whether it makes it full or not.
What I said was sizing? Yeah, because there was in general, I was saying in general, this is small mezuzah, very difficult to write all these letters with the correct shape. It's impossible. They come this way, that way. It's not possible. It's possible, but very, very difficult. Is it possible? Yeah, but it's very difficult to be. Tefillin?
Is there any halachic element in how the mezuzah needs to sit in the case? Like Rabbi was saying with the shin. Like I see some people always like try to make sure that the
They
shin.
said the shin you have to be terzing you. Basically, with the mezuzah, when you roll the mezuzah, the halach is like this. When you're rolling the mezuzah like that, they said have to be in the way like that. When you're looking at it, you could open it and see shema. This is how it's supposed to be. Some people they like to see shakar, but sometimes cover up. But it's okay.
You said the cloth doesn't have to, it could come from like a nevela or a treifa, it doesn't have to be shechted. Is there a hitter in like a proper shechita?
Well, you're right. They said that the calf also, some of them they come up with that. Yeah, from a baby calf. There's everything market. Everything's a market.
Is there anything in halacha?
No discussion.
Okay.
You pay extra money, you do whatever you want.
I have a question. I'm not sure if it's for you or so. Why do we put mezuzahs on shuls?
Shul?
Yeah, not a house.
I think ask me personally. As much as I learn, but I think when they can nap in the shul, eat in the shul, our shul is a little different than back in the day shul that there was nothing to do except davening. Is that right, Rabbi?
Yeah, but I mean, it's not the halacha. You
Yeah, not the halacha.
You do not
It's
have
custom.
to do it.
And they don't say bracha.
Because we don't say bracha on it. So we just do it because the minute is strong, to put it up in places where people spend a lot of time, even though they're not hyped. I'm sorry.
We could save some
We're
money.
gonna save some money.
Oh, I forgot. You saved a lot of money because all of the paper.
We want to know for Gholian.
In order to save money, I just give all paper. Okay, Rabbi, we're moving.
How often are you recommending to get mezuzos checked?
I don't recommend anything. Shulchan Aruch said every 3 years and a half.
3.5 years.
Shulchan Aruch, not me. Even me, summertime said, no, this is your time. You set Shulchan Aruch to people, do it. Closing all the business, checking my own business, believe it or not. And my back doesn't pay me. Okay, ready guys? We're going to go to Tefillin. Okay. In case you have a question again about Tefillin. Alright, Tefillin, okay. I try to make it as simple as possible, but I'm going to make you confused. Okay? Because as of now, you just know Tefillin, you just know about Tefillin. The Tefillin was, as much as you remember, he was, look at this stuff. First of all, again, Tefillin also come from a skin of kosher animal. There's no wood, there is no nothing, there's no plastic, everything kosher except the plastic box outside, everything from kosher part. Now, Tefillin comes 4 different parts in it. They call it kesisa, titora, mavarta, and resur. 4 different parts. You got it? 4 different parts. Now, a lot of people, then they see the Halachos Sinai, every part has to be square. The top part, and Ma'abata, and Titora Eliona, they call it, top part, and Titora Eliona, Tachtona. All this have to be square. Also, sewing part have to be square. When they sew it, have to be square. If you're not square with your eyes, we go according to your eyes. This is my Rabbi Heinowitz, according to your eyes. Now, a lot of people, they come, they said, oh, this one is broken in the back. No problem, because there's no ribuah in the back. Ribuah is here. Ribuah means square. Halachos Mishim have to be square. Okay? Got it? Good? Okay. Now, the way they make tefillin is a lot of different, very different ways of making tefillin. Please be very, very careful because I'm going to go, this part I'm going to go slow. There is I know as of before you grow up to understand there's 2 pairs of 2 types of tefillin. They call it dakot and gasur. Dakot means tin with English. Farsi, joking. Dakot means tin in English. And gasur means thick. It means very thick because the bias is very thick. Now, this is what you have, since we're doing it, people learn the different Gemaras, you want more details, I'm going to tell you, really, there's 5 different types of boxes. The cheap ones, they're pieces of parchment, skin of kosher animal, glued together, shaped together, this call it peshutim, pieces glued together. The next one is peshutim mehudarim. Peshutim mehudarim is made of 2 pieces, bottom piece, and a top piece. This is not pieces glued together. This is folded and shaped to 1 piece. This one is pieces glued together. You see, everything is in pieces. This one is 2 pieces. Kesisa, and this is another piece. The next step is dakot. Dakot is, let me find it first. This is the problem when we change room. Just bear with me, I'm going to find it. Okay, here. Okay, I find it, Baruch Hashem. Now we have a next step, is called it dakot. It used to be a lot. This, what they could do, the skeleton. They get like a building, make a skeleton, the tefillin with the pieces glued together, and after that they get a thin piece. This thin piece, they go around it. They call it dakot. One bit, the Hershel with this tefillin, with this small little piece. You see, this piece? Go all around the tefillin, they call it dakot. You get it? Easy? With me? Understand? Got it? This piece, all the captures in this piece. Now, therefore, when this corner, make a hole in this corner and this one's ripped up, you go back to this quality. It means two piece now, because we have a hole, there is no one shallow. Get it? Now, the third step is gasot. The gasot is a new thing, kind of, because before they couldn't make it. They're getting very large piece of skin, very large, this big, and they fold shape it. When they have it in the beginning, it's as soft as my jacket, and they fold shape it, and the way it works, like, sorry, I'm trying to be quick for you guys. Okay, this is what they do. This is what they do. Basically, they get 4 pieces of metal, press it into the skin from this side and from another side, and this one pops up 4 different departments. Like the gloves you have, right? Like the gloves you have, there are 4 empty spaces inside the glove. Forget about this finger, and this 4 different departments. You put the partial inside. As this one. This is shear roche. It's all one piece, and it's not wood, it's a skin. Okay? This is the reason if it's one part is possible, they have one hole in here, everything goes downstream. This is the next step. This is a step. This is a step after shaping it, and the end process would be done. I forgot to just start with the partials, but this is main thing. I'm gonna add one more thing, that this gasot, what's gonna happen is this, if you look at the bias, for example, this bias, when they folding it basically to have this space, because the way it works like this, if you're folding it like that, you're not gonna have a space, right? In order to have this space for the straps, what they do is basically, they're putting one extra piece in there, they glue it. They call it in Hebrew, in Gemara, a gesher. Gesher means breach. Because there's a breach from here. They're adding up this piece. You see, this piece, chop it, you see this piece, they add it up. If you don't realize, if I bend this one without this piece, there's no room for me to put the straps on, right? Mm-hmm. Therefore, they call this one, they put this piece, and it's called a gesher. Right? Now, the next step of a bias, they call it mixture. Some people, they decided, let's go one extra above this bottom. What they do basically, instead of cut these sizes, they bend this one down and make it part of the bias. And like a menorah, they call it mixture. All is one piece, without any disgation. There's no more this piece in there. Is a chumrah? Ask your local rabbi if you should buy it or not, because you have to pay extra money. This is, my point was to tell you there are a lot of different levels of this bottom. This is for bottom. I'm going to talk about more bottom because I want to go to parshas, explain to you parshas what the parsha is about. Parsha does 4 different parsha. Kadeshli, Vaikiracha, Shema, Vam Shema. Okay? This is all being rolled like that. Okay? And after that, they get a piece of, after that they have sa'arot. Sa'arot is the tail of a cow. This is sa'arot. I don't know, it's 13. You don't see it? This is a sa'arot. You see this sa'arot? This is the tail of a cow. You have to be very, very clean. You have to wash it out very good. Halachos is it's kind of halachos Sinai. They wrap it up around the parsha. This is sa'arot. Tie it up. And after that, get a piece of matlis. Matlis is also a piece of called parchment. They wrap it again. And after that, again, they get sa'aros, and wrap it up. And after that, put it in the bias. And after that, sewing it with the gidding. Gidding is this is a gid. It's a real gid. What it is ligament. They get this big. What they do is they get it together thin and make it like a. When you see it, it's gonna look like a floss and very very strong. All this is what we have. And so it with the gid. The gid is very strong and it's very expensive. This match, $70. And this is very basic how they do the tefillin. After that, we have different straps. I don't go to politics, but I call this one Obama straps, this one Trump straps, and you get it. But black and black or regular. Okay? This is as far as the straps. And the parachutes, to figure it out. I'm going to talk more about button now. This is I told you about 5 different buttons. Now, a few things I want to mention about button that is very, very important for everybody to know. How to protect your tefillin to not get destroyed. First thing is, if in case you're going, the heat, very, very bad for tefillin. In case you have to go to vacation, it's very important to go. Once in a while, if summertime you go vacation and you have your tefillin with you, and you're going to leave it in the car, what are you supposed to do? That's why a lot of people say, I have a tefillin, nice tefillin. I said, where is it? He says, in my trunk. I said, oh, part maybe it's possible. I said, what are you talking about? It was 10 years ago, this story. I bought it $3,000-$4,000. I don't care how much you bought it. It could be possible. He brought it in, I opened them up, possible. There's heat melting up the leathers. Let me see if I have it here. Some of the sample that maybe I have it, maybe not, but for sure I have it at home. But you saw it about the Mezuzos. They're basically when they wrap it up around each other, the ink will melt up to go to the bias and possibly. Therefore, in case you go vacation and you have to take care of your tefillin, this is what you do. You take dry ice and cooler. Put your tefillin in a Ziploc. Don't put them in ice. I didn't say that, okay? Don't put them in ice. Not a good idea. Water kill it like what? You have to make sure that you have cooler, dry ice, or what do you call it, ice pack. The ice pack. Make sure you have an advanced ice pack. When you go to the hotel, put the ice pack to the freezer, and bring it out, put it in the cooler, and keep seal it. Put it in the inside of cooler, in the top of whatever it is, soda or something that doesn't get wet. This way you protect your tefillin. Second thing that people, a lot of people, they don't realize, they kill the tefillin because they take shower. You do not need to take any shower. In case you have to take a shower, in case you have to take a shower, dry your hair very, very good. Ask your wife for blue hair, dry. Say, get your own, leave me alone. Just make sure it doesn't matter even you are not have hair, still your sweat goes to the tefillin and really kill it. Almost every month I just have to fix 6 or 7 pairs of tefillin that they are bended and destroyed with the sweat. What are you supposed to do if somebody's sweating? I get a solution. This is my solution, very, very recent solution. Middle of davening, I know you're tzaddikim, you don't do anything middle of davening, but this is what you do. Middle of davening, say, Rabbi, excuse me. Just have your tefillin. It's right here. You don't have to pick it up. Sit down, Rabbi. I find that it's a very easy solution. It's a recent one. You just put your tissue between your head and the tefillin. Press it 2 seconds. Make sure it dry up here and here, both together. And after you're taking off your tefillin off, is my suggestion. Make sure you dry it up. Leave it on the table. Learn 2 or 3 minutes, leave it up on our own. Don't ask questions around that time. You have to go, but you could sit down 2 minutes, learn, you'll tell him or something. Yeah, make sure you dry it. Otherwise, your tefillin gets ruined. I promise you, bend it, bad shape all the time. Just go like that and really, what's the big deal? If somebody asks me what's the big deal, get it wet, I don't care. Yeah, you do care because it's going to lose the ribua. Because if you get wet, you bend it, bending, let me see if I have any sample to show you. But kind of like that. And it's going to destroy. Therefore, wipe it out quickly, let it dry, take it out like a baby. Dry it out, let it dry, and good.
So the concern is the square, not the parchas inside?
Well, depends how much you're sweating. If somebody really is sweating, eventually it goes kill it. But Okay. Okay. Now, a new thing. There's a new thing. There's a new situation, new way of life in the United States for Jewish people. Before they didn't have this. This is a new thing. I had it 2 months, 2 of them. I said, what in the world? Anybody could guess what it is.
Jail?
Nope.
Hershel?
Nope.
Connor? They died
Nope.
there?
Who has dog?
Oh wow.
Dog, chew it nicely. I love it.
Does the Rav have anything to say about that?
I told you.
That's an untrained dog.
Not untrained dog.
That's an
The
untrained
thing
dog.
is, I'm having 2 months, I have a 1 month, 2 of them.
Your dog?
My dog. My dog chewed me. My dog. She doesn't like dog. But this is what you do. If you have a dog, I'm not joking. This is very serious. If you have a dog, their mamish, they like it because they want to be kosher. Kosher dog in the Jewish house. I have to chew Tefillin. Okay? This is serious. It's true. And another guy said, I'm going to disturb my Tefillin. He said, you have a dog? I said, yeah. Go get it. I was over there. He left it on the table, the boy, and the dog took it away. Okay.
True story. I brought home some mezuzos to get checked for somebody else. I left the house and came home. My dog had pulled all the mezuzah scrolls out and ate them. All the scrolls. Ate them.
Nicely.
They were all muscle under probably.
Kiss him. Kiss the dog.
Bad. What about the good dog?
Okay. Baruch Hashem, I wrote notes. Okay, one thing, okay, next subject is the straps. Straps is so most of the time, the straps have to be completely black in the top. The bottom not ditto, but the top part has to be black. People ask you, is it black? Is it not black? I don't like this type of question. What you asking question? Are you in Argentina or you are in Africa? Are you asking this question? If it's black, go black it and put it on again. I do not understand this question. I never understood it. What is your question? Is it black? Is it not black? If I'm a mash or something, paint it and put it on. I don't get it. I don't get the question. Never understood this question. If you understand it, tell it to me. I want to see Loma Freya. I don't care about Loma Freya, what happened to you before. I just want to know now. Fix it up and put it on. This is the solution. Be like a tefillah. Just don't put. Now this is first, completely that black from the top to the bottom. Just okay, this part is not. It's not playing games over here. Now the another thing is the place that you make a knot here. Baruch Hashem, people exercising, they want to fight with the tefillin. Then they eventually here rubs off. There is a shoe for the straps. Why are you losing everything? There's a shoe for straps. Anybody know the shoe? What? 1 centimeter. Do you know what was that? If you don't know, go to West Eastern country, they will tell you what centimeter is. Do you know what centimeter is? Centimeter is, I don't know, just know centimeter, I don't know inches. I do know it, but it had to be centimeter. In less than centimeter, mamish in the board. If some people, this part, tying part, is 1 centimeter, go to 9 centimeter, 9 millimeter is already bracha levakar. According to Rabbi, now it's just coming with bracha. Therefore, you have to be very careful. Even if you feel in kosher, eventually rubs up. Here, this corner, in the place, time, eventually rubs up and make sure that it is 1 centimeter.
Can you say that one more time? What has to be a centimeter?
The width of tefillin, sorry, is my fault. The width of tefillin had to be 1 centimeter. This is 1 centimeter, had to be width. This normally they come 13 or 14.
You're saying the leather things
straps. But you have to understand, like cars, tire, people think when they buy the bar mitzvah, they could go forever. No. Days rubs off and it's very normal. Depends how much you rub. Some people they do harder and even get faster. Baruch Hashem, you're using it. If it's brand new, it looks not that sign. It means you're not using it. But if you're using it, eventually it rubs off. And going to be...
How wide are they typically when you buy them?
When you're buying it, they come in 14, 15, 13, that millimeter. And it rubs off eventually. But you have to pay attention to your tefillin once in a while, you know? I'm in the bottom of the range. Finish. That means if you have any question,
What about the part by the hand? Like, if Is it at the very end it matters also?
Then matters, but definitely, but some people they said the only way to the end is still have to be painted kosher, to be kosher. Okay, any question more about tefillin?
Does the knot, the little knot, does it have to touch the box?
The touch, yeah, it's a Kabbalah. No, they don't keep the Kabbalah, but they have to be touched. Yeah, sure, if I'm not keep saying it, but.
Question. So are you saying the whole strap has to be a
1 centimeter.
So
All
that's
in the shoe, from there to the bottom all the way. But the problem is mostly on that place that you're holding it, that you make it tight, is most place that 1, 2, 3 after rubs up so fast.
So this is possible, I guess.
I don't see it.
No, why?
And also I don't
I mean,
see
it's
it.
like thin down.
We talk.
Why?
They
No,
bring
it's
it
fine.
later on, I see it.
The width, I know.
The width had to be 1 centimeter. Had to be black.
Check it out.
What can be used to blacken the strap?
There is a lot of, they're selling these markers.
There's behind you on the shelf. Top shelf.
They shoot you. Yeah, that one is for back, for suits.
Put it there.
Yeah, I could use marker or something.
Can you use just a regular sharp, like?
No, it has to be kosher. As long as you know there is no non-kosher, because a long time ago I was researching, Rabbi Aaron said sometimes to put glycerin in there. Glycerin has come from fat of non-kosher.
Have your
Okay, now what I'm going to do is I told Rabbi, I'm going to check your tefillin.
Go in there?
Black on both sides, is that a necessary thing?
It's not necessary at all. Just practical. Sometimes they don't want to have any headache of think about it. You're going to get white, it's shopper is not supposed. Then it's painted black completely, like that. They do not have that type of issues. I don't recommend it or not disrecommend it. I let everybody does their own thing, you know. When they come to me and say, which one I choose, they just tell them what is the difference, but actually they're the same price and everything. Some people like it, some people they don't like it. Say new things and we never had it. They say we never had it. I don't know why they never had it, but they put paint in it. Okay, any more questions about tefillin? Just take care of your tefillin like your baby, please. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be available now. I'm changing to black because this is my I have to feel I'm working. Just you bring your tefillin, we want tefillin, or if I see you need painting, I'm painting. And any question? Sure. Okay, Rabbi asking a very good question. There is not halacha that you have to check your tefillin at all, but the Rabbanim recommended every 5-6 years because you never know. People are banging the corners, people the straps is narrow, these things that you don't pay attention to it. And sometimes to leave it in humid places, especially Baltimore, hot, cold to kill you. Therefore, once in a while, check it. 5-6 years.
Is it damaged now? Universally the same way?
Then you buy it here. But then you use it, and the rest of rubs up.
Every 3 times it's been.
Is it
What
damaged?
kind of tax credit? Tax credit. Tax credit.